Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Mayowa Adeyemi, here with Oluwasi and Lachlan Reed. Let us start today with a reality check. I once consulted for a manufacturing firm in Lagos that showed a beautiful 35% net profit margin on their audited accounts. Yet they could not buy diesel to run their generators the very next month. They went under because they confused paper profit with cold, hard cash.
That 35% margin is a classic siren song, Mayowa. It makes founders feel incredibly secure on paper, while their actual liquidity is evaporating. The fundamental trap here is ignoring the cash conversion cycle, or CCC. It is the exact number of days it takes for a single dollar spent on inventory to travel through operations and come back into your bank account from a customer.
Spot on, say I. It is like working on an old dirt bike in my shed. You can have a fully rebuilt, beautiful engine, but if the fuel lines are clogged, that bike is going absolutely nowhere. In business, those fuel lines are your DSO, days sales outstanding, and your DPO, days payable outstanding. If your DSO is 60 days, meaning it takes you 2 months to collect cash from customers, but your suppliers demand payment in 30 days, you have a 30-day cash gap you have to fund yourself.
And that 30-day gap is exactly where desperate entrepreneurs make fatal mistakes. They panic and sign up for merchant cash advances, or MCAs. These lenders offer quick cash by buying a percentage of your future receivables, but the factor rates can translate to an effective APR of 50% to over 150%. It is financial poison masquerading as a quick cure.
A 150% APR is a debt spiral from which few small businesses ever recover. Instead of taking on high-cost emergency debt to bridge that gap, the strategic play is to systematically optimize the variables of the CCC. You must aggressively lower your DSO while strategically extending your DPO without damaging your crucial supplier relationships.
Too right. You do not need a loan shark, you need a system. To pull down that DSO, you can offer a tiny carrot, like a 1.5% discount, if they pay within 10 days instead of 30. On the flip side, you negotiate with your suppliers to push your payment terms out. Even moving from net 30 to net 45 terms gives your cash flow massive breathing room to run the daily operations. So, how do we actually manage this day-to-day without losing our minds? In 2026, you cannot rely on those dusty, rigid annual budgets we used to make. They are dead on arrival. We need to shift to a rolling 13-week cash flow forecast.
I couldn't agree more, Lachlan. A 13-week cycle is the magic window because it is highly predictable. It allows you to project your weekly cash receipts against committed outflows like payroll, rent, and critical tax obligations. In volatile economic climates, an annual budget is just a work of fiction. A rolling forecast is your actual operational compass.
And to feed that 13-week forecast with accurate data, we have to look at the modern Treasury stack. We are no longer in the era of checking bank balances manually every morning. Today, businesses can use integrated financial platforms that feature automated cash sweeps. These sweeps automatically move idle operational cash into yield-generating, low-risk instruments, ensuring your money is working for you every single second.
And let us not forget the security side of that tech stack. If you are sweeping cash around, you have to protect it. Simple tools like Positive Pay and ACH fraud prevention filters on your business accounts are non-negotiable now. One bad fraudulent transfer can wipe out your entire working capital buffer in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Now, let us talk about the golden rule of business survival, the cash reserve. Every sustainable business must build a realistic 3 to 6 month cash reserve of fixed operating expenses. This is not funds for expansion. It is your emergency shield. You build this systematically by automatically diverting a set percentage, say 2 to 5%, of all incoming weekly revenues directly into a separate treasury account.
That 5% discipline is what separates the survivors from the statistics. When you combine that dedicated reserve with optimized payment terms and automated treasury tools, you no longer run your business in fear of the next billing cycle. You transition from defensive survival to strategic, offensive growth.
And that is the real secret of cash flow. It is not about chasing massive vanity revenue numbers. It is about mastering the movement of the money you already have.
Exactly. Financial freedom is not built by chance. It is built through knowledge, discipline, and consistent execution. Thank you for joining us today. Keep your cash conversion cycle tight, automate your treasury, and we will see you on the next episode.